Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the 63 ragtop. We're going to start the metal work. So, let me show you what we're going to be doing. Now, obviously the car is not on the dolly, but we'll hopefully be getting it on this weekend. So, we're not going to start cutting anything yet, I don't think, but we will get prepared. My goal is to replace the bumper bracket areas on both sides, move to the shock towers, which will include the package tray repairs, move forward, and just work our way up. I don't think it's going to be very much. I have no doubt that other than money being an issue, which would be, heater channels, they're expensive, and floor pans. Those are probably the most expensive parts we'll need. The nose is also the worst part of the car, I think. There is a big hole in the roof. Luckily, it's supposed to be there. But I think we can just work our way forward, fixing as we go. We've got some parts to unbox. This is fun. We haven't done this in a long time because we're restoring a car again. Now these parts are from Key Parts, who sells on eBay and on their own website. But Key Parts basically sells parts for everyone. And they have Volkswagen parts. So I decided I would order some stuff for the ragtop from them. It seemed to be pretty much the cheapest around. Fast shipping, combined shipping. So why not? So let me show you what we got. There's 4 parts in here. This is number 1. Key Parts. Cool, right? They have their own tape. There we go. Bumper bracket. Seems to be fairly well made. Can't complain. I will tell you right now, we're going to re-weld all those captive nuts. Seems pretty heavy though, to be fair. Here's the other side. Same thing. So this is the rear shock tower. It's not a bad piece. It's not the greatest piece. The presses are definitely worn. We're gonna have to body work all in here, but that's just the way it is. This is the only company making this, of course, so it is what it is, and you have to accept it. I mean, I think Welded makes this for early cars, like 58 and earlier, and it is different slightly enough. And you probably could use it for the later ones and modify it, but it's not worth it for me. I'll body work that. Hammer them flat, plastic filler, and I'll seam seal all the edges so that you can't get rust in between. Let's get some stuff going on the car. Alright guys, so we're going to start here on the passenger side. We've got the new panel here. And we're going to start taking some measurements. You can see some slight differences, not quite as crisp as the original, so we're going to try to save as much as possible, as usual, and we'll see how that goes. So, let's get started. Alright, so, this is the rear bumper area, and we have rust basically. I mean, it's not terrible here, actually. That's pretty bad. It's a little crispy on the edge. That's that part that I bought. So, up here's not terrible. It's starting to go in there. And I think I'd be stupid to not replace this section. And we have to do up here. So here's my plan. I think we're gonna cut it right here and come up right to here, come down, and just come straight down for the full length of the panel. I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm not concerned about the tray other than the height location because I have new trays, obviously. You saw that. So, I mean, that's kind of where this wants to be. So let me do that. Just like that, I've cleaned it up substantially. We may be able to lay the new piece out a little better. Good start. Holes are always a good option to try and line things up with. I might be a little more weary. This is an aftermarket panel, and it might not line up exactly as it was intended, but you never know. This is a rough cut. It's like marked kind of where I want to be. I'm going to cut on the inside of that. Alright, so we have roughly cut where we want, and it's being held on by 3 spot welds. Here, here, and here. I'm going to show you how to remove a spot weld. Only do this method if you're not saving the panel that you're cutting through. What you need is a belt file sander to come in Aaron Electric, and just so now we can get a better rough fit on this piece here. Let's see where it wants to sit, how it wants to, etc. Clamps, we'll rough clamp it in place, take some measurements and compare it to the other side. I think I forgot the metric tape measure, which is a bummer. Alright guys, so we got this bumper area all set, butt welded it right down the line there. You can see it's torn right here. This area is all rotten. it's getting replaced anyway. But I welded it straight down so I could get it on there. Welded it across here, and we welded it inside this channel here. So that's all set. We're gonna move on to this, which is already done because I'm filming this backwards, but good to go. So, all right guys, so we're working on the shock tower area, getting it replaced. And if you saw my short earlier, you would have seen that I was frustrated that it doesn't match at all, doesn't fit well. And if we move down here, you'll see what we're having to do to get it closer to the real deal. I'm trimming off a lot of excess. That's where the original part stops. That's where the aftermarket piece stops, and this is how the original angle is supposed to be. The height is different. Over here is different. I'm gonna have to move this or replace it with the original one. These are gonna have to get rounded some. I had to correct the angle on both ends, and I'll probably have to add metal to this one. Just wild to try and make things fit, but it's what you gotta do. Alright, so we got the new piece trimmed to look more like the real deal, and it does. You can see the former outline and the new one. A new dig at Quilker Home. You cannot do this. I don't know how they think that's okay. You see that surface rust? All that rust around the spot welds? Well, that's because they don't e-coat these parts individually and then spot weld them together, which you can do. They spot weld bare sheets of steel together and then spray on their shipping primer. So behind this panel is all bare. So we're gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna seam seal all of it really tight so you can't tell that it's seam sealed. And then it'll look original. But like, yeah, behind every Quilker Home panel that has another one spot welded on top of it, it's probably just like that. Nice and bare steel, ready for rust. Tisk tisk. Alright, and here it is screwed onto the car. I've sprayed it with some of the red primer. Hopefully it seeps in between the seams if there are any left. So as you can see, it looks much better. Follows the curve almost over there. Down there, like I said, I might need to add. And I'm still deciding whether I want to play with the mount or not, because it looks a bit different. But if we go compare this to the other side, the orange outline is that piece, and we got it pretty close, as close as we can without manufacturing a piece ourselves, to the real deal. You can see what I mean about the round corners there instead of the square ones. Here's the original piece. You can see how the mount, not only is it thicker, it has a doubled section there, and it has an extra square washer that's sitting over there that goes on there. But it's also, if you see how it's kind of shaped interestingly there, this one is, you can kind of see what I mean. The left side's not bad. The right side needs to be kicked over some. I'm going to decide if I want to worry about that. I probably will. It's only a few spot welds, so no biggie. But I'm very happy with that. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Depending on how this video goes together, you either saw this get done, which it is done, or this and this. I'm not sure, but this is also fit up. It'll be good to go. It's where it needs to be. We're going to take it off again though, because we have to patch a couple sections of the package tray, and I want to get the underside of it cleaned. We're going to master series it, probably epoxy it later, but if I want to get it clean while I have all the room. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Actually getting some work done, doing what I like to do, full restorations, more of them to come, quite a few of them. So until the next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.